Hi everybody, Caroline Herto, Community Liaison for Castor Concepts. We're back again for another Get to Know Castor Concepts, and today I'm joined by Travis Foster, our Plant Superintendent. Hey Travis, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for taking time at the end of your day, sort of the end of the week, to sit down with me for a few minutes and tell our viewers a little bit more about what you do at Castor's. So your title is Plant Superintendent. What does that mean? What are you sort of doing on a day-to-day or week-to-day basis?
So I kind of oversee all the departments and make sure the guys are set for their days. I do finances for the company as far as what the projections are for the month and where we could end up. Same with the quarter. So that's an ongoing daily event on trying to make a day out of what we need to ship for the month to make a quarter and in the end a year.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a very important role, and I'm excited that I got to take that on. But at the same time, my people building skills are one of my favorite things to do, and teach people on how to progress in their life and how to succeed at what they're trying to do and accomplish their own goals.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think Castor's is very goal oriented, and so your role in understanding what we need to accomplish each day, week, month, quarter to really meet our annual goals is really a pivotal part of the Castor team. So I think you're well suited for that. How long have you been with Castor's?
About 9 years.
9 years. And you said you were excited to step into this plant superintendent role. Where did you start, and how have you sort of progressed through the organization?
So
we don't have to hit all of them.
I started actually just sweeping floors and working at the end of the polyurethane line in reaction. Then I moved back home to do a few things when everybody was kind of getting laid off in 2008. And then I ventured my way back into Michigan and started working in assembly.
Great.
So I went from assembly to kind of running into the management in assembly and then taking on a superintendent role.
Great. Well, I think that's one of the great things at Castor's is there are opportunities if you apply yourself and prove yourself as a team player, show up to work on time regularly and all of that, there is an opportunity to progress within the organization, and you've certainly seen that over the last 9 years. So when you think about what has kept you at Castor's for 9 years, what keeps you coming back on a day-to-day basis?
The close people. I know the owners, which is very important to me. Most of these big corporate businesses, I work for Pepsi, you don't know the owners. You don't get to talk to them and see them on a daily basis. To me, that's what really drives me to stay at Castor's is I feel like everybody's family there. It's not a union where you're forced to do just one thing. You can kind of do different things as you go and learn different skill settings. And to me, that's important in life to take not only at work, but outside of work. I've used a lot of my skills that I've learned at Castor's on a day-to-day basis at home too.
Great. I agree with you, and Castor's feels like a family, and we do things like the back to school picnic or the family Christmas party or just things like lunch for the shop guys on Wednesdays. I think those are unique things that Castor's does that hopefully we know it's hard work. We know that everyone is valued in the company, and we hope that some of those extra things that make it feel like family keep all of our employees happy and excited to come to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So when you think about the next year or 2 years at Castor's, what are you hoping maybe for the organization to accomplish or for you personally in your role?
Right now, it's just mainly building manager skills. I would like every department to kind of have everybody filled in, and with everything that's been going on, we've lost a lot of people in the shop. So to me, the biggest goal is getting it back to where it was, to where it functions really smooth. We have hiccups here and there with people not being here and being sick, and I'm ready for that just to go away and start kicking it down the door again.
Yeah, kicking butt again. Yeah, I hear you on the people side of things, and then there's the supply side of things. I know Casters is continuing to struggle with that, just like lots of businesses all over the country, and so we're all eager to get back to some semblance of, this feels like we're cooking again. Feels good.
Ma'am.
Yeah. So I know you dedicate a lot of time each day to work, but I also know that you have a wonderful family. So what do you do outside of work that brings you joy and enjoyment?
Just seeing my kids. I mean, that's the most enjoyment to me. I'm a family guy. I like to do whatever I can for them and be there when I am there. We like to go outside and play, and my kids ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes, and so I kind of kept that in the family because that's what I grew up doing, and anything to have fun.
Yeah.
When it comes to my daughter, I get home, I like to do board games with her and play card games and stuff, and then with my son, he plays more of the video games. So I play video games with him and share our time together. Good.
I always love to see employees bring their kids to things and get to see sort of the other side of our employees. They work so hard on the floor, yourself included, but to get them to see them be a little soft or a little silly, it's fun to see that in our employees. So I will let you go on your way and get home to the family, but thank you very much for joining me for a conversation, and thanks to all our viewers for joining us for another episode of Get to Know Caster Concepts. We'll see you again soon.